Good afternoon and welcome on behalf of your Murfreesboro City School Board, who I'd like to introduce at this time, and I would ask them if they would to please step forward so our wonderful guests can see who you are. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our Director of Schools, Dr. Linda Gilbert. Dr. Andy Brown. Where's Andy? I know he's here. Don't be shy. Come on out. There you go. Mrs. Nancy Rainier. Mrs. Nancy Phillips. Mr. Jared Barrett. Mrs. Collier Smith. Mr. Butch Campbell, who is our Vice Chair. I don't see him, but Mr. Ron Washington serves as our liaison from our City Council with our board. And my name is Mary Wade, and I serve as the board chair. We are here today to celebrate with Hobgood Elementary administrators, staff, and all the students this wonderful and beautiful expansion. We are excited as your board. We celebrate a vision that was long in the minds of Dr. Gilbert and others. And now we get a chance to see how that vision has come to fruition. And I am wonderfully excited. I pray and I hope that this expansion for Hobgood will bring joy to all our students, our faculty, and most of all to our community. And at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce a friend, colleague, and the mayor of our great city, Mr. Tommy Bragg.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. I'm here today to represent the student alumni of Hobgood Elementary School, and this doesn't look like Hobgood anymore. It looks like the new and improved Hobgood, so we're thrilled. Good, thank you. How about parents and former students here? How about raising your hand? Parents and former students. All right, we're glad to have you here. This is a great day for Murfreesboro. It's a great day for the neighborhood. This is a tremendous neighborhood school. It's important to our neighborhood in the Hobgood area. For those of us who remember the dreaded Mitchell-Nielsen competition of the early years, Hobgood was the best school in town. Mitchell-Nielsen was second, right? Critchlow was somewhere third or fourth or fifth place, something like that. So I want to introduce Doug Young, who serves with me on the City Council. Doug's right here. Shanto Serenho, who is our county commissioner, and this is in Shanto's district. So we're glad you're here. We also have our city manager here. The nice thing about having a city manager and a city council form of government, if we can get 4 votes on the city council, the city manager has to make it work. And he has found the money to do this work here at Hobgood School. So let's hear it for Rob Lyons. It is a proud day for the neighborhood, a rebuilding, a rejuvenation, a renovation. It's a wonderful day to be able to come to a school to see that the property is being utilized for the taxpayers and for the educational benefit of our students and for the well-being of our community. I'm very pleased to be a part of this celebration. Thank you all for being here. And I think I'm supposed to introduce Gary Anderson. Gary, come on over here. For those of you who don't know Gary, Gary has the purse strings. Rob may have to come up with money, but he's the one that spends it. And Gary is still vice chair of the Williamson County School Board, is that right? An elected position, is that right? Bless your heart, Gary. All right, I give you Gary Anderson. Let's hear it for him.
Thank you, Mayor, and welcome everyone to Hobgood. Hobgood is a NASA Explorer school, and I find it extremely interesting that it's strategically placed between Mercury Boulevard and Jupiter. What do you think about that? Is that not the right name for this place? That's perfect. Wanted to tell you a little bit about this. They asked me to talk about some of the facts about construction of this building. The architect on this is Lyle Lynch with Johnson & Bailey. Lyle, you hiding here somewhere? There he is. Lyle Lynch is the architect who designed this absolutely gorgeous building. And Biskin Construction is the company that is continuing to build. We're almost done, almost completely done. We've got our occupancy. We still have some other little things to do out here, which you'll see as you walk through the building. And they are also building our new school over on the west side of town. But I want to tell you what's in this school. This school has 454 children in it right now. It continues to grow at a rate of 3 to 5% of kids every year, which is absolutely amazing for this school. We have 2 additional classrooms added with this particular edition. We added 4 at the previous edition, but we added 2 additional classrooms, which was a conversion of the old library, and which now you see is our beautiful new media center here. We changed the name because we had to from library to media center for it to fit now, because it is so grand. We also have a new office complex, which is on your left as you walk in the building. A dining room expansion. This had one of the smallest dining rooms in the district, and we couldn't fit all the kids in there, and it had only 1 serving line for lunch. Well, now we have 2 serving lines, and we've expanded the dining room to seat over 300 children at a time, so we're very blessed with that. We have also a kitchen expansion, and in this you will hear from our ambassadors here, all the youngsters in blue shirts, our Hobgood ambassadors who will take you around for tours. You will hear that the refrigerator here, the walk-in refrigerator, is the largest one in the school district, and that is in keeping with the new trends of converting over from old canned goods to frozen goods to now more fresh product. So as we make the conversion in the years to the new feeding style, this one has beautiful new refrigeration. If you get a chance to go in there and look, it is big, it is cold, and if it's on a hot summer day, it's one of the best places to be. Also want to point out these beautiful pavers out here. These pavers, people say, oh, we spent all this extra money. No, this was, instead of having blacktop or concrete out here, these absorbed the water, the rainwater. It was provided, the additional money to do this was provided from the stormwater fund that everyone contributes when they pay their water bill in Murfreesboro. And so the water will go into that and not have the runoff that they're trying to prevent into the sewers. So we're very blessed to have that as well here, and we're very thankful that that came about. This is a $5 million project, and we thank the City Council and the board for approving that, and Rob, thank you for finding the money to make this work for this school. It was 56,000 square feet, and the building is now 69,000 square feet. So we're very pleased about that as well. Just the library and office area out front here is over 11,000 square feet of new office space. Now, they had an office area, and if you'll notice, it's fit on the back of a postage stamp, and we've now given them a real office to work out of. So we want to thank everybody for being here today. All the statistics and numbers, your ambassadors have some great information to show you. They have been working on this. They are so proud of their school, and we're very proud to be here as well. And so thank you for your attention, and I get to introduce the most wonderful director of schools in the entire state of Tennessee and the nation. She is by far, you okay with that? Dr. Linda Gilbert, before she hits me upside the head.
Thank you. I like the lectern. I'm used to that. That's a good lectern to having. There are a couple of folks that I want to introduce. One is Paul Latour, who is the head of our chamber, and the reason I want to introduce him is because one of the things that's really important in Murfreesboro City is that we prepare our children for the future. So I'm really glad to see him. I'm glad to see some of our City Schools Foundation folks here. I noticed that Barbara Sales is here and Michelle McVicker, and they certainly are embedded in this school. So welcome back home. Unretire. Unretire. But it's really great to see the folks that are here that represent generations of learning that have happened here, and it's good to know that generations of learning will continue to happen here. I want to thank our folks from maintenance. I want to thank our tech folks, all of our support staff from Murfreesboro City Schools for getting this building ready. And I really want to acknowledge the principal of this school, the assistant principal, and the teachers. I can vouch for the fact that they have been here many weekends working to get ready for this, because when I would drive by, they were here. So I thank them for that. I know that we had a couple of teachers that came in at the very beginning of school because your rooms were ready. I want to thank you for that. And the librarian was here, I know, this weekend, along with several other librarians across the city helping. So it's really been a joint effort. I'm really proud of what is happening at this school. It is absolutely a wonderful school, and that's because of the administration and staff. So at this time, I want to introduce Dr. Tammy Grizzard and have her welcome you.
Good evening. Thank you so much, teachers and staff of Hobgood. I'd like for you to come up here with me, please. Okay, thank you so much. As Dr. Gilbert said, these ladies and gentlemen have worked many, many hours this summer over the course of the last month to make sure that we had the very best learning environment possible for these students. So we want to, as the faculty and staff, thank all of the people for helping us, our families for those missed hours. We apologize right now, but we promise we'll make it up. So thank you so much for allowing us to be prepared for our students, to provide them the academic education that they deserve. We want to, Mr. Williford, will you come up here? Without him, he's taken so many of my calls at all hours of the night. His crew has been here for days helping us move things, and he probably says, how much more do you have to move? So we appreciate you, Mr. Williford. We so very much appreciate you. We could not have done this without you. One of the best parts of my job as the administrator of a school that has such a rich heritage as Hobgood is I get to hear so many stories every day. People come off the street, people email me, people call me every day and tell me what great times and what a great education they receive from Hobgood. They bring me pictures. I encourage you to walk by my office and look at a football team picture that a gentleman, Mr. McCullough, brought me just today. That's exciting. And one of the things that we'd like to do in the front hallway is to put some pictures from years past. So if you know someone, you're out today and you have a great picture I could make a copy of, I'd love to be able to do that. Or if you can make contact with me so we can fill the halls with great pictures of things that have always happened over here. So today, the faculty and staff of Hobgood, we would like to dedicate today's ceremony to all of the alumni, your students, your teachers, your principals, the former administration, faculty, and staff. We'd like to take the time today to dedicate this ceremony to you because we do appreciate you, and we want you to know that we're committed at Hobgood to making sure that the excellence that Hobgood represents carries on for years to come. It's been so exciting the last couple of days to see the parents and the students and their faces light up as they come into our new building. We have been so excited and just ecstatic with the new facilities, and we want to thank Mr. Lynch and his crew for all that they've done, Biskin Construction for their help in this project, and just anyone. I know that I couldn't name everyone that has helped us, so we definitely appreciate it. And we want to thank you for coming out today, and I know it's hot, and you're probably sweaty. So, Lisa, let me call the ambassadors to the podium, please. These young men and women have been practicing. They are a few of the role models that this school represents. We have great students who are well educated, respectful, as you will see today, young men and women.